a pleasant welcome to another edition of the program, The Star Good Morning Show, today being Thursday, the 27th of June 2019. We broadcast live from Media One Center, 3 Mama Street, Brookfields in Freetown. My name is Abdul Rahman Kamal. Top stories in the program. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Kwaidu Kofi Mack, Program Officer in charge of Physical Security and Stockpile Management at the Economic Community of West African States. Department of Political Affairs, Peace and Security has conducted an evaluation exercise on both the military and police armories in Butloko, Cambia, Kono and Makeni respectively. Plan International's Global Brand Ambassador Simon Laurent has called on the government of Sierra Leone to help fight against female genital mutilation, forced marriage, teenage pregnancy, and also developing an economic program in various communities. All this, including sport, will be part of the program. My guest in the studio is the manager e-banking, Rokel Commercial Bank, Mulku Sulaiman Bangura. He's here to tell me more about the developments and growth of the e-banking within the banking sector at Rokel Commercial Bank. Good morning and good to have you in the studios.
Good morning and thank you.
You can be part of this program by sending us messages to the number 077-600-324. You remember you can catch us through our Facebook Live video, and also we're live on YouTube. The Star Good Morning Show is proudly sponsored by Rokel Commercial Bank.
Give me money.
What money?
Give me
Okay, I'm
money.
not saying open up. What house?
Can't give me money. What's kind of bad shit this guy? What's enough for putting money again? You don't have to take her. Why you for the shash me bad self? Auntie Jojo.
Mama, how you doing?
Chago, thank you. I don't come on a bank. What you make you face this one?
That's all that man. Hey, Gapi can't take me money, don't go. But why don't tell her say they can't give me money if it's a joke?
Hey, Auntie Jo. All the way me can at this society meet. If man take you money loss. You know don't hear about financial inclusion. Where Rokel Commercial Bank they make everybody, no matter how you turn, no matter the kind of business where they do.
Financial waiting.
Inclusion.
That enough for all man.
Any item, you not cripple in the bank. You not cripple for bank. Because not for the today, for we tomorrow one. And now they don't make it easy for we. They don't open in different way. Then we go make you back not go feel bad about your banking system at all. Then get keke account.
You look one confused me small. Then keke rider there. Wait, say that they open accounts for them. Wait. Where they want to ride bike? Then to man they don't more lanky driver they all.
Yes.
They only open accounts for them.
Yes. Sometimes you want buy keke, you go and ride for party forever. You dey go put that small thing. Come up a keke account. They get the other account so they call Comra account. That for we then Comra them.
For we?
Yes. We then Comra them. So tell you picky don't put on school. That knows get they help we let my people go. When you reach now for go college, you not get money. Yeah. But that account so it be not open for I can just go and take you pay school fee.
When they talk about this Comra business, the Comra account so they go open. Well, you were not born now.
You dey still open accounts. Comra account, then give back that mandate where you open them. Where you born to man, the pikin they can run back through that account today. So they don't make it and now they don't open branch now bonds. Imagine how far did they go now. Therefore make things easy for me and you too.
A better way can tell me, oh, hey, Sergeant Tenki, that me sister, the way we in picking the thief money, the way they destroy that one day. And they go mad, they go tell her.
Rokel Commercial Bank, I mean they make it easy. They say tell you paddy, may go tell him paddy.
And they go tell her.
What you tell you so go you explain her. Life is easy.
Rokel Commercial Bank, bank with Rokel Commercial Bank, #1 bank with Rokel.
Welcome back from that commercial break. We'll move along with the program. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Kwaidu Kofi Mack, Program Officer in charge of Physical Security and Stockpile Management at the Economic Community of West African States ECOWAS Commission, Department of Political Affairs, Peace and Security, has conducted an evaluation exercise on both the military and police armories in Poloko, Cambia, Kono and Makeni respectively. My colleague George Elliott Sam has details of this report.
Our commission is playing a facilitation role. ECOWAS had written a letter to us informing us about an assessment exercise to be carried out in all member states of the ECOWAS Commission, the 15 member states, including Sierra Leone, and that we should be ready to receive the team to carry out the assessment of PSSM, meaning Weapons and Ammunition Management System, that how we manage our weapons and ammunition in this country. We have been assured by the visitor, who is a retired Lieutenant Colonel like me here, that after the assessment of our strikes, that what effort we have made on our own to make sure we improve on our management of the weapons and ammunition held by both the military and the police. So it is not only the military, but the police also is part of this exercise. So we have been going around taking a look at sample armories, not all of the armories in the entire country. So we went to Cambia, starting from Freetown, Cambia, McKinney, and Kono, just some where we have done some work, supported by Mines Advisory Group that has been doing a very fantastic job to give us new armories as well as habilitating old ones for both the police and the military. So ECOWAS has sent this team to find out where we are now. It's an assessment of the level of our effort, what needs to be done, and to see what we have done on our own.
Thanks to my colleague, George Elliott Sam, for that comprehensive package. As I said, my guest in the studio is Molko Sulaiman Bangura. Good morning and welcome once more to the program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great. This is how I welcome another studio guest here. He is a director of the IMAT College just as well. He's here to tell me more on efforts to reposition the college in terms of enhancing more enrollment into the college. Good morning and good to have you in the studios.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much. Molko Suleiman, this aspect of e-banking has becoming pretty much on prominence now. But we're looking at it from the point where perhaps it's only about the elites that actually participate. And there are others who, I believe, they intend to actually undertake a kind of e-banking. Generally, take us through the growth trajectory of the e-banking at Rokel Commercial Bank.
Thank you very much. Sierra Leone is predominantly cash-based society.
Mm-hmm.
So people believe in moving around with physical cash. And I don't blame them because we have a notion that when I see it, I believe it. When it's physical, it's easy to use around. And most importantly, the channels that are available are actually cash-based channels. Mm-hmm. So that is why people are really hooked up in using cash. So what e-banking is doing at Rokel Commercial Bank is basically we are developing solutions, digital solutions. We need to expand the digital channels. We need to expand, give people multiple access to cash. We need to give merchants multiple access to receive payment through digital means. So we want to see how best we can reduce the amount of cash and take this cash, put them in a card, and a plastic card, and provide the channels for people to have access. So that is what Rokel Commercial Bank is doing. So
is this inclusive of the SIM Copper operation?
Definitely, absolutely. So if you notice, SIM Copper it's like the baby of the bank at the moment, mm-hmm. And it's taken off. It's really taken off, and people are really. We're competing. We're competing in the mobile banking space. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we want to. The banking industry is changing. All right. The customer focus is changing. It's evolving. People want to do banking at the ease at the comfort of their zone. Okay. People don't have time to go to the bank, queue up to access their cash or to pay for bills. People don't no longer have that time. They want to do it sitting down at the comfort of their offices, wherever they are. So with the mobile banking, the SIM Copper, a very innovative product. It provides customers, gives them that opportunity, and gives them the multiple options to choose from. So that's what SIM Copper is doing. So SIM Copper is just one solution, and what e-banking is also doing is another solution. So that is why you see we have ATM machines all over. We have also points of sales terminals, and also we are coming innovative products. Like
granted that the objective is to eliminate all of these challenges when it comes to, especially so given the fact that we are a cash-based society. Are there any challenges that this e-banking has often been meted out with?
Yes, a lot of challenges. First of all, we have a challenge of the perception of people, changing the perception of people. Like, you don't have to carry cash with you wherever you go. All right, you only need to carry your Visa debit card to access your cash. That's one challenge. People find it very difficult. Like I said, this is simply because of the available channels to use the Visa debit cards. Because if I go with my card and I want to make a payment and say, do you have a point of sale terminal or do you have an ATM here? They say we don't have. Or do you have like a QR code? Do you accept QR code payments? You say we don't have. So these are the channels that are absolutely not there. So that's just one challenge. The other challenge is with the government policies. It's very important. Government said, well, there was a report Central Bank released that says 70% of Sierra Leoneans are financially excluded. And in other words, they're saying 70%.
There ought to be a financial inclusion.
Yes, absolutely. And we're working towards financial inclusions. But we want government policies to support this. It's not only about resolving the issues through fintech and all the solutions. We want government to resolve this, and how? Put the necessary policies. A lot of international development organizations, they're doing cash. They always give cash to people, to target groups. All right, huge loads of cash to target all of the time. All right, we want those cash, those cash movements to be done on the prepaid cards.
Okay.
All right, if they can done on prepaid cards, we can provide the channels so that people can access these cash. We no longer want the physical cash to be handed over to these target groups.
Is it all limited on internal operations? So perhaps you may have a Visa card, you travel out of this country. Could it be possible for you to access your money?
Absolutely. So Visa is a globally accepted means of payment. All right. So wherever you go, which part of the world, if you move with your Visa card out of Sierra Leone. Let's say you go to Russia, for instance. You have your card with you, and you want to access your cash. Go to an ATM. When you see the Visa logo on the ATM, you know that this ATM accepts Visa card. You can simply go there and access your cash in the currency of the country in which you are currently in. So it gives you comfort. It gives you you no longer have to go to the bank and say, please change me this amount of foreign currency to move. I want to go and buy stuff. All you need to do, just carry your cash. You have enough you have enough money in your account, and then that's it. It gives you unlimited access.
Okay.
So anywhere in the world, you can use that card to make payments and receive payments. So it's very swift.
I hope you're going to give us a graphic demonstration of how the system works.
Sure. I will do that.
Okay.
I'll do that, yeah.
Stay with me in the studio. He's Mulku Suleiman Bangura. He's a bank and manager of Local Commercial Bank. Let me come over to the director of IMAT College just as well. He's here to tell me more on efforts by his administration to reposition the college in terms of enhancing more enrollment into the college. Good to have you in the studios.
Thank you very much, Abdul.
Where, as we speak, the IMAT College is?
Great question. Where we are at the moment, we are at a very exciting period of the IMAT College. Why I say exciting is because, as you know, as many other brands, we have a humble beginning, but today it has grown to the point where it has enriched many lives, and these lives have been enriched to the point that today, even in the judiciary, we have got loads of students, over 20 practicing lawyers who have gone through our program. The programs we do are very trendy. They are in demand, and
That
this
caters
is
for the
what,
job market.
yes, there is an occupational end. You just don't complete your course at IMAT without picking up a job, because the courses are all job oriented. For example, take our business administration program. Let's say you are watching now and you realize you've just sat to your WAS exam and you have a 3 WAS. Yes, of course, there is a place for you. For you to change your life. That is what IMAT gives. It gives you the opportunity to change your life and also be able to connect you with jobs. Of course, we are a teaching institution for the University of London Law Program. We are accredited by the National Commission for Technical Vocational Awards, where you would do certificate ordinary national diploma as well as higher national diplomas. These are very attractive programs. Accounting and finance, banking and finance, these are job-oriented courses. You don't need to get a first degree before you can really pick up a job that could earn you your living. So what we are saying is that get enrolled, start. You could start from a certificate program. We have seen even students who have started with certificate program and then ending up becoming a full-fledged lawyer. So what we are saying is that the ladder is there for you. You could start from the bottom and you leapfrog to the top. Our programs are complementary. They are not, they're complementing in the sense that, yes, today you have UNIMAC doing a law degree, FBC doing a law degree, but of course, University of London degree as well is also a prestigious degree. It's among the top 10 universities in the world. The program is very intellectually demanding, but the experience is very rewarding. We have access to over 6 million books you can access on library at a click. Online. You have study materials that are done by prestigious academics, and the program is trendy.
Okay, now Justice Bar, the problem over there is that when you look at these two traditional universities, Furby College and Jala University, many people opt to actually get themselves enrolled within those universities for very obvious reason that without me going to FBC, my placement in society could be seen from a diminishing point. Not failing to realize that yes, some of these upcoming colleges and universities, they are doing extremely well in terms of placement and global competitiveness in our society. So I put a question to you: where is the university, and how do you hope to actually change the narrative, telling people that it's not much about FBC, neither Jala or IBAM? Come get a taste of IMAT and see what we can offer to get your life pretty much resourceful.
Thank you very much. It's a good question. Yes, indeed. Like I said, our programs are complementary. They are not directly targeting any of these traditional universities, because most of us went through the same universities. But what we have done is you can study and then still be able to keep your job. You can work in the day and study in the evening. That is, for somebody, for example, Abdurrahman, you would like to pick up a course. You don't need to give up your job. Learning is about lifelong thing.
So you create that leverage.
Yes, we have created that opportunity for you. If you're out there, you are a graduate, what this program has done is that as a graduate, you can study and earn a law degree in 2 years, right? You do not need to go and apply for a law degree for 4 years. I mean, as a graduate, already you're a matured student. As you know, somebody who has gone through that crucible and is back the law, a first degree, it tells you maturity is also at play when you're learning. Okay, so what IMAT does is that it gives you that opportunity. You can keep your job at the same time and do it. But I'm also thankful that the university is also, these traditional universities are also repositioning themselves. Now you're seeing online application, which is good. And I'm sure I would like to see one day again where they would say, well, if IMAT is running a University of London law degree, what is wrong to have that same teaching right being granted by University of Sierra Leone, so that that money is not going out, it's staying, and we're able to build wealth and create wealth. Prosperity is created through that opportunity. So you're giving...
So any attempt over the years to get yourself affiliated with Furby College?
Well, to be honest with you, no. The reason why, because we have seen other institutions which have done so. There had been tremendous exposure of those institutions, and So we are monitoring to see how best, we don't just get into, that kind of formula. You would want to find out why have the others failed, and why have they failed. Try to make sure that you mitigate those circumstances so that you do not get hit by that. And like I tell you, contracts are enforceable, they are binding. So yes, like I said, we're looking forward to that situation wherein our traditional universities will also play that big brother role and say, well, if IMAT has done the University of London degree and we've produced a first class, I mean, there's nothing beyond a first class. We did it in 3 years. We got congratulatory marks from the university, a first class. And over the years, all our students that have been to the law school, none of them has failed. Some of them have come out with the best result. So I am saying that our programs are complementary. Apart from that, we do have the CIPS program. CIPS is it's a Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Chain Management. So what does it say? It's that you have a 3WAS, you would like to pick up, you want to be a chartered purchaser in the supply chain management. As you know, most of the anti-corruption issues you are hearing now, the COI and all of that.
Borders around procurement procedures.
There are borders around the administration, the procurement procedures, the processes. So these things they're so fundamental. So what we do is to make sure that we create programs. We affiliate with programs that are job oriented, right? So that is the thing about learning. Like Einstein tells us that it's pointless to cram all the theories and then you do not train the mind to be able to think and resolve problems. You go to IMAT, you finish, you're going to have your Word, Excel, your Office application. These are your tools. It's your book and pen. You're using an iPad there. I mean, if somebody is a graduate, it will interest you to know that some of these, our traditional universities we've been to, we're out of the university and we apply for jobs, and you go for example, a marketing officer, and then you're given a computer and you're asked to put a folder.
You cannot even navigate through.
So it does not. So we have to bridge that gap between theory and practice. So which is what IMAT is doing.
Okay. It's just as by the director of IMAT College. Stay with me in the studio. When we come back, I'm going to put a very obvious question to you. What you anticipate to see the college becoming in the next coming years?
Absolutely.
Great.
I'll be glad to answer those questions.
Plan International's global brand ambassador Simon Laurent has called on the government of Sierra Leone to help fight against female genital mutilation, forced marriage, teenage pregnancy, and also developing an economic program in various communities. My colleague Hilton John has details of this report.
Plan International's global brand ambassador Simon Laurent received a warm welcome to Sierra Leone over the weekend with a cycling event across Freetown. Speaking at a press conference on Monday, Plan Communications specialist Solomon Storm Koroma gave a brief background about the global brand ambassador. He said Simon Laurent left his country of France 6 years ago, riding all over the world to put smile on the faces of less privileged children. Storm Koroma added he has gone through deserts with his bicycle whilst traveling from Tunisia to Senegal, where he spent over 45 days. He rode through mountains, bad roads, and hill roads. According to Storm Koroma, after his tour in Americas, he then started his journey to Africa 10 months ago. He went through Tunisia, to Senegal, then to Guinea-Bissau, and now Sierra Leone. In his submission, the global brand ambassador of Plan International, Simon Laurent, said it was his dream to one day come to Africa with his bicycle, expressing happiness for fulfilling it.
Just French passport because my heart is for Africa. I know Plan since 19 years because Plan is my family. What you see there is my dream. When I was a child, when I discovered Africa in front of my TV, watching a rally in Paris-Dakar. And I say, one day I'm going to take my bike and I'm going to discover Africa. By the desert, the jungle, the people, and also, at this time, the humanitarian aid for the people of Africa. But to make this, to do my dream true, I had to make a lot of sacrifice. First in school, I've got support of my father and my mother. And after, to find money, to be autonomous. So I do the maximum on my job. And after, on the 8th May 2012, I went to Vancouver, Canada, and I start to live my dream with my open eye. And I say, Laurent, we are not going to live alone this dream. I'm going to share this dream with my family, Plan International. That means helping support this family, because what I do is living my dream of kids. So I say I'm going to share my dream with the kids and the foundation Plan International. Not only the kids of Plan International, but all the kids of the world, because all the kids, girls and boys, are equal. So I started in Vancouver, going south, all the country of the continent of America, 25 countries, 13 countries of Plan.
He said he's doing a voluntary job for the organization, noting that his aim is to put smile on the faces of children all over the world. President of the Sierra Leone Cycling Association, Winston D.C. Crowder, who spearheaded the warmly welcome with a bicycle race, thanked Simon for his work in Africa, especially in Sierra Leone, where more needs to be done to promote issues affecting children. Crowder maintained that 12 female athletes of the Cycling Association participated out of the 58 in the race to welcome Simon to the country, stressing their passion as an association to promote gender equality in Sierra Leone. For Star TV News in Freetown, I am Hilton John reporting.
Thanks so much to Hilton John for putting that report together. Another guest in the studio, the manager for Simcopo Shizia, Kiza Solankoli. Kiza, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you very much, Abdulrahman.
Much talked about this Simcopo. How has it been going?
Well, it has been...
Is it becoming nationally accepted now?
Yes, yes.
In terms of its operations?
Yes. It's gradually gaining grounds in the market. Now we're even working at giving merchants, as in business people, the QR code so that customers can access it to do purchase or to pay bills or do any transactions as long as it entails a financial transaction.
You took this initiative to the Bonth Island, I recall, where you were able to address some of the challenges of salary payment of workers, especially so military officers, nurses, teachers, a host of them. What has been, how do you call it? What has been the revelation in terms of the effectiveness of the system that you may want to be encouraged to see how that can be divested into other districts across the country?
Actually, it is really, really encouraging. The people are really using the service, and it has been beneficial to them. Even on weekends, they go to the operating center and they are able to get cash at night, any time of the day. So really they appreciate the service and they really love using it, and they are using it, and it is spreading. If I tell you, it is not only in Bonth Island now, it is going around the vicinity of Bonth. Even in the mainland, now people are asking for the service. It's actually spreading, and people are really benefiting a lot from the service.
How do you intend to break the yoke, especially so when we look at the Airtel Money, the Africell Money line, in terms of stiff competition?
Well, as I normally say, the service is completely different, because with the telcos, you will have to take money from your bank account and put in your wallet.
So in this case...
But in this case, you have access to whatever you have in the bank. So that is a very big difference. So you don't need to say...
So in other words, I can have my entire account with Simcopo moving around with it?
Yes.
On the security aspect, how safe?
It is very safe, because we have the code, a 6-digit password that you'll have to operate your SIM couple application. And in the case of losing your phone, it doesn't mean that you've lost your cash. The phone is just a tool that you use to access your account. If you lost your phone, you can easily replace it and go to the bank and get the application again. No one will get access to your account as long as they don't know your PIN.
I was talking to your colleague Mulku Sulaiman Bangura, manager for e-banking, the relationship between SIM couple and the e-banking here. Sulaiman.
So we have a very cordial relationship. So if you are talking about partnership, we are currently working on a solution where people that have SIM couple accounts, operating their mobile banking through SIM couple, can also be able to withdraw cash from our ATMs. So that's another solution we are working on, and hopefully this will go live by the end of this year to next year. So these are some of the innovative products we are bringing to our customers. Wike Commercial Bank for quite a while have been known for old products, and we're changing. We want to provide the niche products that are out there for our customers, up-to-date, recent, innovative, and creative products for our customers, and that's what we are doing. So SIM couple and e-banking, we're in close partnership. We're working daily. We're looking at the numbers. We're doing all our best because, as I started earlier, this is a drive to really reach out to the ends of Sierra Leone, and we cannot do that with physical branches. It's easy if you go digital. It's easy. Everybody now has a mobile phone. Everybody carry a mobile phone, whether it's data enabled or those local manual phones. Everybody has. So we want to provide the kind of services for them so that they can be able to use their mobile phones to access banking operations and banking services and be able to perform banking transactions. Like I said, it's the aim of the central bank to get everybody included, to really increase the financial inclusion through fintech. So the bank, we don't want to leave behind, we want to play a major role. And let me just quickly add this. Government is doing all its best to encourage foreign direct investments.
Okay.
Foreign direct investments can
looking at all of those paradigms.
Yes. Yeah. So one of the things that can really facilitate foreign direct investment is the banking industry. The bank has to have the necessary infrastructure and the necessary products to support these foreign customers, because when they come in, most of them have plastic cards. They don't have accounts with us. So they want to be able to use their cards to access cash as quick as possible, to transfer cash as fast as possible. So that's what e-banking and SIM couple is doing to make sure that the banking space can really adopt and accommodate these investments and these guys, so that economically can really do something for the country. So
how simple that if I opt to become an agent for SIM couple, what's the process? Is it tedious?
No, it's not. It is just having an account with Wike Commercial Bank, and then we align the rest. It's not a difficult process. You just call on the bank, you talk to us, and then we take you through the process, and then you can become an agent for the product.
For the product?
Yeah.
Aside from the SIM couple, what are the facilities that Wike Commercial Bank is actually giving out?
Well,
it borders around holding accounts, like a Keke account on the regular stuff.
Okay, we have different services. We have the Visa card. I know Mr. Suleiman will have talked about it. We have the Visa account that we offer to students at a reduced price. We have the advanced salary scheme. We have lots and lots of services. We try to tailor our products to fit the needs of the society. That's what we are doing now. It is no longer the people coming to the bank, but the bank reaching out to the people. That's what Wike is doing. So we are actually tailoring our products. Even if you thought that this
the hesitation now, Mulku Sulaiman and Kiza, is that when you have all of these facilities, the possibility for you to have physical structures in some districts and chiefdoms around over the country might not be feasible, because you rely much more on the service. You may say, we don't even bother forget structure stuff like Kailan or another side. But practically enough, do you see the bank going that way?
Really, we are going branchless.
You're going branchless?
Yes.
And that's the way you like it?
And that's the trend now. If we want to establish around the country, the trend now, going digital, is branchless banking. Well, I can tell you for sure that we started SimCorpo last year. There are people that have been using SimCorpo to access their account and has never been to the bank to do any transaction. So that's how it is. Presently.
Sorry to buy your time. So to put up one branch, it costs over $100,000, and then to manage and keep running that branch can cost you for the year over $200,000 to $300,000. That's a lot of money. I don't think the bank. It's not cost effective.
How aggressive is this marketing policy? Where I'm looking now at Justice Barr, the director for IMAT College. Perhaps you may pick the interest of talking to him to see how his students can make payments through local commercial bank by using some of his facility.
Exactly.
Am I doing a job for you guys?
Exactly. We can give him a QR code. The student QR code, a quick response code.
Okay.
The student can use that to do their payment. Simple and easy.
Will it still time off to go to IMAT College and see how you can popularize this initiative?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do that.
Absolutely. We're targeting.
I hope I'm not doing a consultancy.
Well, actually, we've been working on that. We've been doing that. We've been reaching out to universities, different facets of the society. We've been doing
But not with IMAT College.
Not with IMAT yet, but we'll be going there.
Seasons opportunity.
So we are tailoring products that will suit the colleges. So basically, we want, like he rightly mentioned, University of Sierra Leone is going. They have now a website going digital. They have a portal now. So we are currently developing a product that could really allow students to make payments online. So it's a web acquiring product.
Okay.
So that's the kind of product that will really fit the universities. So give them something that they will use and they can't deny, and it's something that they can really benefit. So they can really benefit them as individuals and as university students.
Okay, now I see Mulkus Laman talking to get you into your fold. Let me come over to you. I put a question to you before we terminated the first aspect of our interview, that what are you envisaging in the next coming years to see what the college is going to be like?
Yes, that's a good question, because
I often don't ask bad questions.
indeed, I see. Where would like to be in the future? At the moment, we're teaching led.
Okay.
Right? We teach, and the programs we teach, there are awarding bodies that are awarding these programs. There's diplomas, higher national diplomas. For example, the National Commission for Technical and Vocational Awards, they award our certificate programs, our ordinary national diploma programs, our higher national diploma programs. The University of London program is awarded by them. We teach. But where we would like to be in the next 5 years is to be able to award our own programs. So we would have learned and would have taken several steps. We will move from a teaching-led institution to a degree or awarding institution. So we will develop our own programs, we'll have our own academics, and we'll be able to award our own degrees, because then we would have matured to be able to run all of this. So if you've done, for example, the University of London Law Program, and you've been able to get a first class in 3 years, it tells you how much hard work you've been doing. Even at the law school, like I said, in 2017, our student got the highest award.
I was just wondering whether, or better put, how you align your course structure, especially so with the law department at IMAT, with that of Fabric College.
Our programs, you start reading law.
If you already comes to mind, law of contract.
Our programs, from the day one, immediately you get enrolled, you start reading law. There are no elective modules to say, well, you would have to do politics, history, or other modules. No, day one you start reading law, contract law, criminal law, public law, evidence, equity and trust, So, and all these programs are the law modules you're required, and it's also aligned with law school, right? So, after you would have completed our course, the final award you get is a University of London award, and then when you journey on to law school, like I said, no one has failed. I mean, I'm saying this categorically because our program are very trendy. They are the quality assurance is very, very high. The standard of the degree studied in the UK is exactly the same standard for those who are studying at our campuses here in Freetown.
So the tutors at Simon College,
they are all University of London degree holders. They've been through the program, and once upon a time they were students, but now they are practicing lawyers.
On the in-pocket expenditure to actually finance one's education at IMAT, what is it like?
Well, I would say if you look at the benefit, the benefit outweighs the cost. You know why I say so? For example, at the first year, you may need somewhere around 1,500 US. That's about, let's say, 16 to 17 million. And the second year, that fee is slashed because the registration you would have paid would decrease. And at the end of the day, imagine you have you're a graduate and you get into study, and in 2 years you are able to graduate and then journey on to law school. The late Adam Simbo did the program in 2 years. May so rest in peace. And he went to law school and he did extremely well as well. And he was, practicing.
Aside from law, if as an individual am I now to be working in one of these enviable institutions, say Rokia Commercial Bank, do I have, or will I have the opportunity to actually go through a course that will let me get fitted into the banking sector?
Absolutely. Like I said, our programs are job oriented. All the programs we do are job oriented. Take, for example, banking and finance. When you go through our banking program, and I was speaking to one of the managing directors, what they have said is that most of the people who come with technical vocational programs, which they've gone through, they're able to functionally get the job done than people with degrees who have done so many cramming of theories, but they're not being trained, because at IMAT we get the student to understand how to interrogate the thinking behind any decision, right? They're able to interrogate and skim beyond the surface, because that's when education is at its best. It's not just to cram those theories and believe that you're reading from the Quran or the Bible. No, you've got to be able to interrogate, ask questions.
Critical thinking.
That's it. So that's what you're trained. Your mind is given that agile ability to be able to think and resolve problems. This digitization you're seeing there today, it's as a result of rigorous product design, thinking, they're looking, trying to cite
enhanced programming.
Exactly, trying to cite the insight of the consumer, and that's why they are getting it right. And we see that they're raising the bar, and we have done so quite a long time ago. We know everything you want to do now. It's digitized. If you go to our website, online application had been our program since the last 4 years. We've been doing online applications. So I'm happy that our universities are doing it. Like I said, I want to wake up one morning and see that FBC Jala saying, well, we shouldn't be doing the ordinary national diploma or higher national diploma. In fact, we want to empower these institutions. We want to make sure that if IMAT is generating about, let's say, 1 billion for University of London a year, why should that 1 billion not go to our traditional universities, and then they are making money?
Okay.
And that's where we're going, because this digitization that has started, I am going to tell you that in the next few years down the line, the universities will realize that it's no longer feasible to get more space, but rather digitize and provide those teaching rights and play a big border role for the teaching institution. And with that, you're building wealth, you're creating prosperity, which we're all looking forward to.
Okay. Mulku Sulaiman, of course your name reminds me, I'm a Muslim.
Oh, okay.
And I read the Quran profusely.
Okay.
The wisest man on earth,
Yes.
Moko Sulaiman. I'm aware that the government is trying to introduce a national switch.
Mhm.
How could this e-banking fitted within the other banks? For instance, if I'm a holder of Rokel Commercial Bank, then I want to access money for UBE, how can that be easily done?
So with the national switch, it's a very laudable project, and it has been in the pipeline for quite a while, and we really want to see it come to fruition. So what that would do is, currently, if you are a commercial bank customer and you issue a check to a UBA customer, to somebody, you issue a check to somebody with the UBA account, and that check wants to be cleared, it takes like 3 days. It goes through all system, ACPH, something like that, in the payment system. I don't want to get too deep, but what the switch does is it allows for it eliminates that
all of those challenges.
That whole challenges. So I can issue a check now to you, and you can access your money the same day. It reduces that, and also it provides a platform for interbank interoperability. So it's easy now for UBA and commercial bank to coordinate and collaborate with banking transactions. It becomes
in terms
very
of money
easy.
transfer.
See, and even the financial institutions, we are competitors, but really we have to really work together if we must make Sierra Leone financially included.
Okay.
Every Sierra Leone is financially included. So that's what the switch would do. It will really bring us together, bring us closer, and make transactions very easier.
I honestly will not come back to it. Let me put this question: how do you guys feel working for Rokel Commercial Bank at this peak of time?
This has never been the right time to work. It's the best time to work for a commercial bank. We have a very brilliant leadership. The management has a vision, has a very clear vision, clearly communicated, and everybody knows what's expected of them. We know what to do, and it's a digital society. And every day it's a new revolution. It's an epiphany. So this is the best moment to work for a commercial bank.
Let it come from you.
Well, as Moko have just said, actually, it is really a very, very impressive time to work with a bank, because now we are moving forward. You know, the rebranding process, you know that the human mind, it's sometimes just sits idly, but with the innovations and all of those things going on, it's really broadening our horizon. Let us think more, think out of the box and all. So it's really interesting at this time. So we really appreciate management and the leadership for what they're doing.
Bear in mind that you guys gonna do business with IMAS College.
Absolutely,
Yes, sure.
absolutely.
You may come to know the reason why I'm advocating. I will tell you it. Right?
Okay.
Yes, Justice Bar, what could be your final call to others that enrollment is out there? Please come to IMAS College. It's the best institution, or one of the best when it comes to giving educational delivery service.
My final call to viewers and the people of this country is that we are a very strong brand. We've started as a very young brand, and today, as any youngster, we would like to be able to make sure the kind of education that would be brought to the people of this country would be relevant, will be reliable, and will have an occupational end. Job-oriented courses, never gone are the days where I say I would have studied, and then when you're done, you are what you would like government to do everything for
Okay.
you. No. So I'm saying that if you are a graduate, you can study and get a law degree in 2 years. There can be a better brand, with a world-class brand that has received the highest judgment in terms of audit for
Okay.
quality assurance program. It's a great time. Take advantage. Admissions are open. Feel free. You can call or WhatsApp 078 9082.
Okay.
078 9082. It's been a great delight to have me here, and I want to thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Justice Bar. He's proprietor and founder for the IMAT College, situated at King Tom. Thanks both to
Can I say one last thing, please?
one last quickly.
Yes. So
10 seconds.
we recently installed our ATMs at Atlantic Hotel and F Clock. That's Clock Tower.
Mhm.
So if you want to access your cash, you can go to Atlantic Hotel at Lumley Beach and at Clock Tower.
Okay, Mulku Suleiman and Zakia to no, sorry, I'm preoccupied with
Wow.
Kiza Solankoli.
Kizaya
Salankoli, thank you so much for honoring this invitation, being part of this program today, and to you, Justice Bar, make sure you have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
Till then, that's how I do the cutting into this edition of the program. My name is Abdul Rahman Kamar.